I said before, it was a mistake to onboard Mr. Epstein in 2013. For sure, at that point in time, escalation processes did not work like they should have worked. Since then, since we detected that, Deutsche Bank has done everything to investigate this case, work with the authorities, remediate the issue off-board Mr. Epstein, of course, then. And I think we learned our lesson. But in 2013, the escalation process did not work. And, of course, also personal consequences were drawn.
How long? I mean, it looks like he didn't remain a client for long, if at all, after you became CEO, Christian. Were executives that looked after his relationship in the prior 5 years, have they left the firm, any of them?
You know, I think we shouldn't go into individuals here and what happened, but I can assure you that personal consequences also on senior management level did happen, of course, because it was a mistake. Again, we did our lessons learned. We investigated. DFS highlighted our cooperation, which we, I think, have done exemplary over the last months. But, of course, personal consequences have been drawn.
You mentioned that point, and there have been other issues on anti-money laundering in the past towards Deutsche Bank. But as you said, the DFS said, quote, you provided exemplary cooperation in these and related matters. How confident are you now that all of Deutsche Bank's AML issues are in the past?
You know, it's a function of investment, it's a function of attention, it's a function of commitment to these items. And I think Deutsche Bank has invested a lot into anti-financial crime, into compliance. We have hired a lot of additional people in order to have a function which is able to actually monitor this in a proper way. In this regard, I'm far more confident that we are in a far better place these days. Unfortunately, this is a legacy case which we now have dealt with. But with the investments we have done, with the expertise we have built, but also with the cultural clarity in the first line of defense, i.e. in the business, that this cannot happen and must not happen, I think we are in a far better place these days.
Christian, I wanted to move on and talk about a totally different scandal, unrelated, and the revelations about Wirecard of the recent months in Germany. Should Germany's regulators be embarrassed that that story unfolded?
You know, it's in my view not the key question of embarrassment. The key question for all of us, and also for Germany and for all key stakeholders in this case, is what do we learn from that? How quick can we get transparency in this case? And what is the action then for remediation, and that these things don't happen again? It is something which is not good for the financial center in Germany. That's what I said. It's not something where we can obviously be happy about it. And hence, I hope that all the stakeholders who have been directly involved draw their right conclusions out of that. For that, you need now full transparency. You need a good investigation. And I'm sure that the stakeholders are doing this.